political apathy and voting patterns. I think the apathy it's a complex issue. I said earlier that I thought over the last 10, 15 years, maybe even 20 years, in some ways life has got easier for people. People's expectations have changed. And therefore I think when people are more comfortable, a bit more well off, they're okay. There's an old saying called "I'm all right, Jack." And maybe there's been a bit of a loss of interest there. Broadcasting Parliament, you've probably always thought that, or in your lives you've only ever known Parliament to be broadcast, but I can remember when they decided to broadcast Parliament. It never used to be broadcast, and I think that made a difference because you had Parliament in your home, and I think it broke down a lot of the barriers.
More transparent and more system.
Well, in some ways, you see, I think they saw MPs as more like ordinary people, because previously they didn't really know that much about them other than, you know, what they read in the papers or saw on the news. So people then, I think, became more interested in a way, and they wanted to know a bit more, but the more they learnt, I think the more they didn't like, because they got to know. People became more demanding, and rightly so, and I think there's probably been a lot of issues that have gone on and on for years in Parliament that are being dealt with now, whether we're talking about allowances or privilege or whatever, and I think people have sort of said, you know, I don't think that's right at the end of the day. So that has changed. People's perception of MPs and maybe AMs have changed as well. People's perception of councillors has changed, and a lot of cynicism has come into it, and I think it is that 24/7 news that's done a lot of it. News is instant now, isn't it? You know, but why do people, I don't know, there are lots and lots of reasons. It's a debate in itself, I think. But why do they vote more for Big Brother and, you know, Dancing on Ice and whatever the other one's called, the ballroom one?
I don't vote for
Strictly, no, not me, and the X Factor and what have you, Britain's Got Talent. It's fun. It's there right in your front room. You don't have to do anything except pick up the phone. And I think one of the things that it's been a long time coming, and I get quite frustrated, is voting. Why do we have to vote on a Thursday, and why do we have to go down to the polling station to do it? You can have a postal vote now. Anybody can have a postal vote just because they want one. But I know there have been pilots, but we've got to get to the position where you can vote on the internet, you can vote with your phone.
Modernisation.
We've got to do it. I think if we want to engage with young people particularly, that's the way that you would be more comfortable doing it, probably texting who you want to vote for. Why not, you know?